Welcome everyone to a new week of Carroll Worldwide. We are back. It seems like the minute we finished our last show, things started happening, right? We're not going to be suffering for content this time, he says ominously. Would you agree?
Yes.
It's the time of year for people to start acting badly.
And it's frustrating. Can you guys act up on Tuesday or Wednesday so it's fresh when we talk about it?
Yeah.
Don't do it on Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, it's just not good for our
It's
schedule.
really useless to us.
I guess it just I'll just look at Randy get his victory lap now instead of waiting for him to hold it over our head. CDC has more warning about people sick with E. coli, and what is causing it this time, Randy?
It's still the romaine lettuce. It was 8 people in 3 different states got sick with E. coli, and now it's not just lettuce, it's blackberries too. They issued a warning about blackberries. Which at first I thought they were talking about the phone. I was like, duh, who uses those?
Yeah,
But it's the fruit.
I haven't seen a blackberry in the wild for a long time.
I have a blackberry bush.
Wow, we're talking about different blackberries.
The number of jokes is just shot to 1,000. I'll leave it alone.
Oh my God.
Come on.
By the way, I want to challenge you both on something we talked about last week.
Okay.
Surprise ninja.
Okay.
Okay.
I jump out of the bushes.
The blackberry bush?
Sherry's blackberry bush.
Okay.
Well, Randy's cracking himself up today.
So
why are we here?
Last week we talked about people who are real online and they wear the mask in person. That was your assessment, yes?
Yeah.
It was my theory. Sherry backed it up, and by the end, you had converted.
I did, but then I had time to think about it, and now I'm back to my original theory before we even started this podcast, is that social media is the Matrix, and people's real lives are the gray, dull, dystopian worlds that they live in and try to escape. Point one.
Have you read any dystopian fiction?
No. Have I read any?
I got to get you a book on tape or something. You got to read Snow Crash.
He probably has the same
I know what Snow Crash is. Philip K. Dick?
Span.
No, Neil Stephenson.
Okay, I get those confused. But I know what Snow Crash is. I had a dream about that, about writing code that can make people go insane. And that's kind of what that is, right?
Yeah, I guess we're not a literary podcast. We're going to say. But anyway.
It's an interesting concept, though. So anyway, so you're saying that people are more real online than they are in person because their id is shining through. They're not protecting themselves. They don't have a mask. They're who they really want to be online. Right?
Yes, I believe that's what Dennis and I were saying last week.
You were both taking responsibility for that. So, how do you explain
I don't know how he's framing this.
The filtered selfies that people take to show themselves looking differently?
Oh, of course.
Or blurred. That's not their real selves.
No, but that's the self they want to portray.
That's not them, though. That's not their real self.
That is in their head.
Nor are the posts and pictures of their wonderful lives and their wonderful vacations and their perfect relationships that are not real life.
Okay, so you're confusing what we're saying. We're not saying real as in reality. We're saying
there's a different kind of real?
We're saying what you truly want or want to project to be is what your
inner self.
What you want to be is different than who you really are.
You know,
not online
you're
necessarily.
nitpicking about semantics. We're all saying the same thing. Who
think
you project online is who you want to be.
Or maybe you're projecting who you really are, but you're fake about what you really are.
You're different. They're different sides of the same coin. This is like a Professor X Magneto argument to help it put in terms that you're going to.
It's way too fucking early for this.
So, well, look, you all said 7:30. We could have done lunchtime. Sherry didn't know we were going to get into Philosophy 101, Randy.
I thought we were all morning people.
Oh.
No.
She's a coffee person. There's a
really?
difference.
Coffee?
No, I am not a morning person. I stay up until all hours of the night, and I cannot function in the morning. And that's why I drink so much coffee.
Oh, boy.
So here's what I'm saying is that you are projecting what you want to be online, and what you want to be can be what you are when it comes to typing things on the keypad. But then, some of this stuff is, I want to be seen as a good parent. So, I put pictures of my kids and that kind of stuff, or hot piece of whatever meat. Okay, I'm gonna put my most attractive picture online. It's not because you don't want to be out of shape once a week gym person who neglects their kids and screams at them every time they want to play, right? That's not what you want to be. It's what you are, perhaps.
Yeah, I would go even further and say if you really wanted to be that, you would be that because you would work hard for that.
Yeah, but everyone wants, like, you want the dividends. You want the dividends without the work.
Yes, exactly.
So, like, online, you can get the dividends without the work. Because what I'm saying is that you can have people say, Dennis is a great dad. Look, I'll be a 100%. He put a picture of her wrapped up in a blanket. Like, oh, he's such a cute dad. You don't know if I'm a cute dad or not. I just put one picture up.
My Christmas burrito, it was adorable.
It was adorable. Yeah. And we played Christmas burrito. I rolled her up in a burrito.
How come you and I don't play Christmas burrito?
I don't know. I think it's just harder. We're just like bigger to roll around in a blanket. Just think about the logistics. Just hard. But
I'll schematic it out.
But the thing is, if you can do that, and that can be your one parenting task for the month, and you still get that feedback, even if you'd been a complete deadbeat the rest of the time. Mm-hmm. And you have assumptions because you know me outside of like this 30-minute podcast, but you can't be 100% sure what I'm doing, this other 24 hours, but you have probably reasonable assumptions about it. But then people who even further attenuated from me, they just have these Facebook things, Dennis
is clearly articulating what I was just trying to say.
Yeah, no fair picking on the non-morning person. Come on. She just owns a coffee shop. Why would you assume she cares about the morning?
I hate the morning.
Because wasn't it her idea for us to do this in the morning?
Yes. Randy, how dare you?
Stereotypes.
It's just a matter of laziness, really, essentially, and convenience.
Laziness and convenience.
I'm already up, so I might as well get this out of the way.
Get it out of the way.
Well,
how dare you?
I mean, we're going back and forth about what we really are online, but there's this broken TV, domestic issues thing that went through multiple posts, multiple accusations, a mugshot. Sherry, I think you were the one that was most on top of this.
There's an actual mugshot?
I think
the mugshot
was posted is a news
the
story.
Smiling mugshot.
Oh, the girl that assaulted, that was her?
Yes, this is
That's why she's smiling. Oh. And it also ties back to smiling in your mugshot.
It's all interrelated. So
it's all connected.
Can you unravel this for us?
I mean, I'm going to try my best to unravel this for you. So, okay, beginning of the story. This person...
Buckle up, everybody.
Yeah, sit down and get a drink. This is good.
Do you want to give them, like, fake names? Because this person's a tough pronoun.
Yeah, I don't... So that's another thing. I don't even really know what his name is because he has 3 different personalities or names with the exact same... whatever. What is that called?
Alias?
No. The
Facebook profile?
Yeah, the profile picture. There you go. See, it's too early.
Abby?
I can't think of.
Oh my God, we are really going into all of our topics at once.
So he has 3 different
3
different names, completely different names that have nothing to do with each other, and the same profile picture. And he changes his name pretty frequently. It's been 3 times over the past week. So backstory is he went online to vomit his life about this terrible injustice that he had suffered. His television had been busted by his babysitter. So when you dig down deeper into dude's life,
oh no,
he posted, I think a week before under the first name, which may or may not be his real name, about how someone slashed his tires and ended up getting 4 free tires from somebody because he had such a sob story about how he's this great dad and
hey, it's hard luck. He needs help.
He's really just trying to make Christmas special for his kid.
Yeah, the community helped him.
Okay, so anyway, if you look very closely at the picture of his tire, it's scraped on the side. It has not been stabbed.
Is it deflated at least?
It's deflated, but he ran up over a curb or something.
Oh, okay.
So then he claims he changed his name from that original name to this second name because he was getting too many responses about the tires and he just couldn't deal with it anymore.
It was tiring.
It was very tiring.
He was just flat.
And then so with this second alias, he now has made this
It's been a good year for him.
Round and round.
He's made this post about this woman who is living in his home as his quote-unquote babysitter who lost her mind and destroyed his TV.
A live-in babysitter?
So
that's a nanny.
Truth be told, this girl is not his babysitter. She's somebody he's been shtukin', And now he's referring to her online to the entire world as his babysitter. So he's a sexist asshole pig.
Well, what if he calls his wiener a baby?
Yeah.
And it's a babysitter.
I mean, maybe that's what he was referring to.
That's going to set a girl off right away anyway.
And
Randy.
Babysitter?
Yeah, I'm not your fucking babysitter.
Right.
So, and then after this post, she started writing in on the post, and it became the War of the Roses, and everybody's, involved, and he said, she said, blah, blah, blah,
This is all occurring on Westminster Online. This is not a private Facebook page.
No.
If Carroll County had a War of the Roses, this would be it.
Yeah. So the wife
just hit your head. Randy laughs so hard he hit his head on the microphone.
The guy actually has a wife, I think.
What?
Or some kind of other significant other.
Sherri
Maybe a girlfriend.
She tells the best stories. Whenever she tells a story, it's awesome.
So the woman, that wife or girlfriend, whomever this is,
the other significant other
gets online mama? and actually, I don't know if she's even aware of it, but she kind of called him out and said he threw the TV down the stairs. So then everybody jumped on him again. So then cut to alias number 3, and then this guy is posting on another post on Westminster Online about. Did you guys see the post about the poor dog that was hit on Route 97 and how everybody was going to kind of contribute
the beagle
toward it wasn't a beagle, I think it was like a hound or some kind of hound.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So
it was a dog.
It was a dog. It was a really pretty dog, but they couldn't find an owner, and
shouldn't matter.
So they took the dog to the Humane Society, and then they took him to Air Park, and so everybody was talking about how they were going to contribute. So this guy gets online and says, "Oh, okay, well, that's great. I'm glad you're contributing, but can you show us the vet bill that you've paid?"
Yeah, he asked for proof.
So then everybody jumped on him again. So I guess, I don't know, maybe now he's on to alias number 4.
Wait, to clarify, the guy that posted about the dog was not was not this troubled guy. It was someone else.
No, it was the same guy. The same guy I've been talking about the whole time. Tire guy, TV guy.
He posted about the dogs. He's trying to scam people.
No. He posted about the dog bill.
The dog is
He wanted proof of the dog bill.
The original poster was not the guy.
No.
Right.
He's telling on himself.
My favorite quote was from my sexy friend, AR. Did you guys see it? He said, broken hand. Originally, this guy talked about how his hand was broken. Broken TV, broken truck. Please, just plain broke. I love that. AR.
That's funny.
Hero of the day.
Good job, AR.
But there's also the woman who is the babysitter had a mugshot that was resulting from her having been taken away out of this incident.
She was incarcerated, yes.
And she was arrested for this.
Smiling like a crazy person in her mugshot.
Well, goes back to our one conversation. Mm-hmm. Now that you know the story, and like he's got so many holes poking this thing, do you now retroactively grant her permission to smile in that mugshot?
I absolutely grant her permission to smile. She can smile all day long.
Smile like you mean it.
What was her assault? What did she do?
It was all stemming from this TV supposed thing.
They said that, she was removed from the house for destruction of property.
Oh, that's what the mugshot was over.
But it turns out that he actually threw the TV down the stairs.
That's the allegation.
Mm-hmm. This guy is a complete piece of shit.
Does he have a job? I mean, how does he have time for all this?
His hand is broken, so he cannot work. And his tires have been slashed. His truck is broken. His TV's broken, just like AR says. He's
so much effort.
Broken man.
He's also a dad.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame.
A broken dad.
And married. And he was married this whole time.
A broken dad with a wife and a girlfriend.
Some other person. We don't know what this.
I don't know.
We don't know the legal status.
I don't know all the details, but I know too many.
And it was all spewed out over all these different. It was like this was like I don't even know. This is like a death march because it just like went from like post to post to post. This like same conflict over everything.
This person is a terrible human being.
I don't know them, but it doesn't seem good.
I don't need to ever meet him to know that he's a terrible human being.
Well, Sherri, you have met him.
Oh, is it
and
you?
And he's sitting right... No, it's not me.
Well, then I wasn't far off.
That's a lot of work to put into that planning and...
That's the thing. There's except for the most like successful white collar criminals, like criminality is a higher effort gig than working. Like it just takes a lot of effort to get to these like scams. You could go to Wall Street and scam a bunch of people trying to scam each other legally, or you could get 4 free tires after like and just like essentially be like constantly in the war room on your phone on Facebook. I mean, I assume that's what he's doing all the time.
It's certainly not the old days when like Victor Lustig sold the Eiffel Tower for $1 million or something years and years and years ago. You ever heard that story? He like took the $1 million and just made off, and he had never had rights to it in the first place.
Oh, that's funny.
Now that's a crime.
Sell you a bridge in Brooklyn too.
Yeah. Well, let's talk later. I'll go
well,
to my bank.
Man, we got a lot going on here with sort of bah humbug, Amazon package thefts.
Yeah. So what happened, Sherri?
So I don't want to take up this entire podcast.
Well, no, this is we're going to call this episode the Sherrator.
So there's this nationwide. I read an article last week. There's a problem. Amazon has a new private delivery service, and I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
It's like you can see on your phone where they are.
However, there are situations where I guess some not so honest Amazon delivery people are taking your package, photographing it in front of your doorway, sending the picture as if it were delivered, and then taking the package back with them. So there's been nationwide over the past year over $25 million in theft from Amazon.
Wow. Of course, because it makes sense.
I mean, I don't think it's just solely this process, but it's other people who are not honest and are stealing packages off of people's porches.
And it's also actual thieves.
But it's really actually kind of gotten a little worse because these new contract drivers, there's this thing where they're taking these pictures and then taking the packages back with them, acting like they've been delivered, and then keeping them for themselves, or I don't know, fencing them somewhere. So yeah, there was a post about that.
That happened locally too.
It happened locally, and there was it was kind of a situation where there was no other alternative.
Well, I know her, and I've been to her house. She's a friend of the family.
Yeah.
Does she have like a Nest camera too?
No, I guess she doesn't. See, I do, and I'm just waiting. Did I tell you I had bait out there? I had like 3 pumpkins, like right in the center focus of my camera, just waiting to catch somebody stealing them. But anyway, I know her, and she's right.
Hey, Dennis, do you know where Randy lives? We could.
You can have them. I don't care. It's
trash,
December.
pumpkin trash.
You still have your pumpkins out?
Yes, I'm that lazy. I've never carved them, obviously. So I know her, and she has like one neighbor within walking distance, and like this neighbor comes to all her parties. I mean, she's like they're really good friends.
Sounds like the perfect crime.
But there's no one else. They live in a big farm. There's no one else around. There's no way somebody. It's like a quarter-mile drive.
Randomly came up there, yeah.
Just to her house from the driveway, yeah.
But why would the package delivery person be that stupid, too?
I guess they looked around and didn't see any Ring video doorbells or Nest cameras or anything. They probably looked for that.
Well, I mean, this is all... Look, Amazon's a mega corporation that manages not to pay taxes, pays lower taxes than you and I, and I'm sure they can just eat it. I mean, they're just going to eat it. They're going to probably give us, send her a new package, and... Cost doing business having your driver steal, I guess.
Yeah, kiss my ass, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, it sucks if you like need the thing, but like, I don't really see people getting like. I haven't heard the story that people are not getting their package and being charged for it anyway. I haven't heard that.
No, they're not. They're not doing that.
Yeah, they make it right. They're good about that.
Right. It's just.
And it's nothing about Amazon.
It's shoplifting. It's just the next wave of shoplifting.
It is
a new thing.
It's new wave.
New wave crime.
The Duran of shoplifting.
Exactly.
And I ran.
That's flock of seagulls.
Oh,
God,
man.
What's this guy?
You think he wasn't born in the 70s
Duran
and 80s, right?
singing Iran?
Please.
So far away.
You're an embarrassment.
Okay, millennial.
That wasn't the only theft.
That's a good one. We got to start saying that to people.
What are you, okay, Gen X? Doesn't have the same tone.
Okay, Gen X. Yeah, we don't care anyway.
Yeah.
We're drunk all the time.
That's our MO.
Yeah, you were raised by those boomers, and so Amazon thievery followed up by firewood ripoff.
Yeah, so
but this was more of like a business deal gone bad.
Well, the people delivered what was clearly not a cord of wood to these.
How does one measure a cord of wood?
Somebody said that they can eyeball it pretty easily.
There's very specific ways to measure
an eyeball test. I'm just thinking about my Universal Commercial Code, UCC, law training. Eyeball test is a tough thing to quantify.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it was like a half a chord or 2/3 of a chord, which is pretty easy to identify that it's not there, but they charged him for the full chord.
I thought the comment I read is like a cord fills up the back of my pickup truck.
No, but I think that was the controversy. Like that.
It was a short bed.
Yeah, that's not even close to a cord of wood.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But the people delivering it,
or they allege they do.
The deliverers admitted it was not a cord.
But then they were like, "We'll make it right," and they didn't.
They never made
it right. Bah humbug.
Yeah.
So they're just not enough hardwood in this situation.
Would they ever make it right?
I don't know. Would they or wouldn't they?
We're really splitting this.
I don't know. I think they're barking up the wrong tree for a refund.
Oh my God.
It's like 2 bumps on a log. They were fired.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I think I'm done. Well, no, I'm not done with Christmas Tragedy. No, not done with the podcast, but I was thinking I might be done with Christmas Tragedy. There another sort of theft occurred, and I couldn't tell if this was like sitcom hilarity or like animal brutality or both, because, and we're going to dust it off. It's been a little while. Shine it up, bring it out. Golden tractor crank. A guy's dog. Well, no, let's start with this. A person was looking for a mallard duck.
Is it a mallard duck or is it just a mallard?
I think it's just a mallard, but I'm just saying mallard duck for the sake of clarity. I mean, I think mallards are ducks. Like, I think that's correct. But just to be clear, it's a mallard duck, and you're like, guy walks in the barn, asks for a mallard. Like, what's going on? Mm-hmm. And then deeper in the comments, the reveal was, my dog ate a mallard, and I need to replace it.
It was in the post. It wasn't even in the comments.
Was it in the post?
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
I read the post. Wow.
Okay.
Today is Bizarro World Day.
Okay, so now, do we think this is like a hilarious situation where you're going to swap in the mallard?
Yeah.
Or is this already been revealed and you're like, I'm going to be an adult, replace your mallard?
I'm going to go with the former.
And I'm not a foul guy, all right? Are ducks affectionate? Is it just like, can you just swap in a mallard for a mallard? Does it work that way? I suspect not, right? You can't just like, you could like shoot my cockapoo to the moon. You can't give me a new cockapoo and be like, we're square, right? But maybe it's like a commercial mallard. I don't know. But this is just a mind-blowing
I don't think
interaction.
people keep ducks as affectionate pets.
Yeah, they're more lake ornamental.
So you just like have them live in your pond for the aesthetics.
Right.
So it's like a pooping piece of furniture. It's like a pooping home good.
What would be really funny is if somebody like went to Home Goods and bought a decoy and just let it float around there and said, "Oh no, your duck's fine. There it is."
Look, she's right there.
She's just going through an existential crisis.
So, but the
existential crisis.
Yeah. Mallards don't lay eggs. Good Lord, Sherry.
What?
They're male ducks, aren't they? Isn't a mallard a male?
No, a mallard is a kind of duck.
I thought the mallard's the green-headed duck.
And that's what the male mallard duck looks like.
Well, I just identified them with
the female mallard
brown
duck
mottled?
is just plain brown.
Oh, I didn't even know this.
A mallard is a type of duck.
I thought a mallard was a gender.
No.
Like a doe.
You're assuming the mallard's
and
gender?
A buck?
No, darling.
A mallard is a breed of duck?
It's a breed of duck.
We're learning things today.
DuckTales. Woo!
Put it on your bill.
Yeah.
That didn't even fit.
There's a duck. There's a duck. DuckTales.
He specifically said a female mallard duck. He's looking
for a female mallard.
Yes, his dog killed his neighbor's female mallard duck. Who's not reading posts now?
Really?
I didn't read this one. But this is still hilarious.
Yeah, it is. I guess, but an animal died. Is that funny?
No.
But it is nature.
It's a bird.
It is a bird.
I mean, like, what's your level of like affection? You've got like bugs, reptiles, birds.
Well, some people are really into like their in-home birds.
Yeah, but
cockatoos and parrots and whatnot.
Yeah, okay, fair, but not this poor mallard.
Probably not
lady.
Feeling. Yeah, but it's property, so the guy is trying to replace someone's property.
You can just stroke a check for however many mallards. I'll give you 2 mallards. Sorry, my dog got one.
As long as you didn't say stroke your cockapoo, then things would get weird.
No, I pet her. I don't stroke her. You pervert.
So,
I guess this is guys trying to do right, but I just don't know that I would take to Facebook for finding a mallard.
That's the first place I would go.
You would?
Well,
you wouldn't go
Westminster?
You wouldn't go into Google?
Nah.
Huh.
I'd stay local. Keep it local.
The funny part was that he posted it under like yard sale stuff.
You want to buy? He's not asking for. Hey, he's not asking for a handout.
Why wouldn't you go to like Bauman's where you can buy?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Birds. Yeah, it's a little weird that he went to Facebook with it, but it was very entertaining.
But he's trying to keep it local. He's not trying to get these big box mallards that aren't as good as the local mallards.
Yeah, that's what Bauman's does.
Right. You're right. Then you get a mallard delivered by Amazon and they get stolen.
Did you suggest Bauman's on the post?
I didn't suggest anything. I didn't type anything on there.
Well, all right. I mean, good for him, but it's just like and do we think let's just poll the Peanut Pet Gallery. Do you think this guy is just doing this, or like because he's like making a wrong right, or that he had a conversation and this is like an agreed upon remedy?
It's got to be out in the open if he's posting about it.
That's what I suspect.
I would think so, yeah.
I wanted it to be a hilarious sitcom situation where he's got like 24 hours to get a mallard, but like I don't think that's what's happening.
Yeah, he probably would not put that on social
A mallard female, which I just learned is a thing. Mm-hmm. I just learned it. There's some people going to be very happy that there's something I didn't know.
Maybe it's gender fluid. We got to get rid of that term, by the way. I hate that term.
Why do you hate that term?
Because it sounds like power steering fluid. Like gender fluid sounds like vaginal discharge or something like that.
God.
I guess it is. That's a gender fluid too.
It's a noun. Think of it as a noun.
I don't want to now, and I'm not ever going to be able to unhear that. So thank you.
Now you're
Gross.
on my side.
No, I'm not on your side.
Just call them dandies like they used to be called.
Randy.
Randy Dandy.
Christ.
What? That's what they are.
I don't know what
your Coco Chanel's. Your
who's that?
What's her name? Marlene Dietrich. Rudolph Valentino.
Who are we talking about?
Never mind.
Do you know these people?
Yes, I know all of those people, and I don't understand what you're talking about right now, but okay.
It's a conversation for a different time.
Okay, obviously.
Take that back to the workshop. Speaking of Santa's workshop, people were complaining about the municipal tree. Got some droopage.
People will complain about anything.
Well, that's
especially things that are free and for your enjoyment.
Well, the municipal tree probably is not free. It's probably like collectively paid by our tax dollars.
Well, I do pay taxes in the city, so yeah, you're right. You got a point.
So anyway, now we have a right to complain. What's going on with this tree? My tree. My tax dollar tree.
You know what? It's a perfectly nice tree. Move on with your fucking life.
Is this a pine tree they decorate for Christmas? It's like a natural pine tree.
It's
growing live.
It's a cut tree. It's not an artificial tree. Yes, that every year I see the guys from the City of Westminster Maintenance Department working their butts off to put up for the rest of us to enjoy. I'm sorry it's not Rockefeller Center up in here. But
hey, if you're a billionaire and you want to,
it was beautiful when the tree was lit during the parade right after Thanksgiving. It is what it is. It's a tree. It's festive. Stop being such a goddamn Scrooge. I hate people so much.
A Merry Christmas to us all, my dear.
It also doesn't help.
Especially this time of year. Oh.
It's the most wonderful time.
It's the most wonderful time for people to start acting like assholes.
You notice that like uptick in assholishness in the shop?
Did you yes.
No, in the shop, really?
Oh my God, yes.
How so?
Just people being short with me.
Their height has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, God, Sherry.
I'd like a coffee.
Look,
Mr. 5'2".
Gumdrop Princess.
Yeah, people are in a hurry. They're stressed out. They're stressed out about money. They're stressed out about time management. It's a terrible time of year. It really, really, truly is.
The days are short. The nights are long.
Yeah, that's another good point. People with the seasonal affect disorder, yeah.
They're sad, Randy. Are we okay with that term?
What about charity, mercy, forbearance?
That doesn't exist in this community. I think this past week on social media has been valid proof of that.
Wow.
God bless us, everyone.
Randy, you've been managing the police blotter. And what's going on with the violence index? Men fighting women, women fighting men, cats fighting dogs, dogs getting eaten by mallards, mallards getting eaten by dogs. What's going on?
Whenever I see these, we have another story coming up about a woman attacking a man.
Well, I think that's what we're transitioning to.
Yeah, whenever I see that, I don't know about you two, but my initial gut reaction is she was defending herself. Do you guys feel the same way?
If the story says woman-man altercation, you assume that the woman is typically not the aggressor.
Well, she was the aggressor. She was caught as the aggressor, but in the bigger picture, she was defending herself.
Oh, yeah, sure. So that's like even like on the football field, like someone throws a flag, not for the initial thing, but the retaliation is what people catch.
Yes.
Because it's like, oh, there's a tumult. I'm going over here, and you catch the retaliator. And then, of course, in the context of relationships, like, you know, if someone's gotten to kick the crap out of you 15 times, it's not normally the woman who's doing that to the man.
Right. I mean,
so like when the police finally come in, it's probably because
it does happen.
It does. It's a lower percentage. But it does happen.
Yeah, I'm going to be on Brandy stereotype and say women are not as predisposed to physical violence as men are.
I mean, I think the statistics bear that out. That's not even a stereotype. The numbers bear that out pretty convincingly.
So
yeah, I assume that there's probably more to the story in that situation oftentimes, unless it's like if you see something about like down under scuffles, it's like that. Who knows? Like, because that could just be people. Mm-hmm. Doing whatever. But tell us what's been going on recently.
I have been punched in the face by a woman before, and I can tell you it takes a lot to provoke a woman to get her to punch you. It can be done.
What did you do, Randy?
We don't need to go into that now. It was a long time ago. A lot of alcohol was involved, and I totally provoked her. It was my fault. But
shocking.
This is like 20 years ago. Anyway, what was the question?
I think you went too deep into your personal history, and now you're just totally...
He's like red. He's a little embarrassed, I think.
This is off-brandy.
It's very off-brandy.
We can make fun of his...
I think they might revisit that sometimes.
We can make fun of his dunkel and all that stuff.
Role play thing going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so a woman posted... This is why I hate social media. Like, I'm going to be Sherry for a second. I hate people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So
all the time.
This woman posted, the Carroll County Times posted the picture of the woman who was arrested for attacking a man. Okay, and all these people started attacking her appearance in the picture.
Well, it's not like she was lining up for a glamour shot.
Right.
See, again, I'm going back to we need to get a better photographer at the jail.
Well, we need to do our charity.
Yeah.
So I noticed there was one particular female that was defending the person in the picture and reposting regular pictures of her to show that this is not her normal daily look.
It shouldn't matter if it is.
And it was her. It was so awkward. It was her. And she took a shot at us, too, because somebody tagged me, and then the woman in the picture wrote, "Oh, they only post what gets them the most traffic." Okay, that's fair. I'm not going to... And...
Actually, I don't think I even think about the traffic. I think about the things that amuse me.
But what she said, this is the controversial part. So what she said was, in her defense, that I don't think the Times posted this because I couldn't read the article. Not that I wouldn't, and I wouldn't anyway, but I couldn't.
We got to subscribe.
We do. That she was
collectively.
She was beaten for like 26 years by this guy and was fighting back, and she was the one getting arrested, and that's why she was
in the Times for assault.
I wish she would have killed him.
I don't know. I don't know about any of that, but yeah, I mean, I think everyone's dogpiling on a mugshot of that nature was
really gross. Ugly.
Let's see what you look like after 26 years of abuse, you
and
bunch
after
of fucking assholes.
And after a fight.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow. So it just got really, really ugly. And we're going to talk about it.
Well, again, just like with drugs, with domestic violence, having the police being your primary contact for intervention is a dicey proposition. Right, like that's not their job, and so if they're the first contact you have with like the legal system, they're not really concerned about rehabilitation, right? They're like, okay, there's a problem, we're ending the problem. Our basic solution is arresting someone, right? And it's a bad system, but like there's no like domestic violence interventionist hotline to like diffuse a physical fight. You got to call the cops, and this is what happens, and then the people dogpile. But I feel like the people who are dogpiling are the people you would expect to be total pieces of shit. Mm-hmm. Like no one everyone who like did it was like, yeah, you're already, we knew you were a piece of shit, right?
Yes.
So hats off to you all for staying on brand.
God. On brandy.
Was that the only one? I thought there was two.
It was the other one was the woman smiling that was tied into the broken TV.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
It all comes back full circle.
Oh, so you didn't even... We told you something new.
They have their own little microverse happening here.
I learned about Mallards, and you learned about reading articles. We'll subscribe to the Times.
I'm here to educate, boys. I'm here to educate.
Subscribe to the...
Sherry will lead us out of the
Carroll
darkness.
County Times.
It's true, I will.
Okay, so I think that's it, except for a top 10 list, which we don't have on the list, but I just assume is the part of the list.
Right. Yeah, that's always implied.
That's implied.
It's implied that there's a top 10 list.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the topic this week?
Okay, boys. The CDC issued that warning, right?
Oh yeah, Randy knows all about it.
I went to research and see what were the top 10 other CDC warnings out this week.
Oh.
You guys ready?
This is a scary topic.
Okay, ready. Okay, here we go. 10. Warning. Female mallard ducks may cause dogs to eat them.
Oh yeah, they had it coming.
It's true. Number 9. Beware. Purchasing a cord of wood from con artists on social media will result in your fire going out earlier than anticipated. Number 8. Beware. The city of Westminster Christmas tree may cause severe cases of butt hurt.
You're really branching out.
Number 7.
She's making a stand.
Number 7. Red alert. Advertising yourself as a skilled handyman on social media, then showing up drunk and ineffective will result in having a Carroll Worldwide Award named after you.
That is true.
Not everyone can be a man of the year.
We've seen it happen.
GQ.
Mm-hmm. Number 6. Food recall. Several case studies have found that frozen pizzas can be used as a deadly weapon. Please thaw in your fridge before assaulting your girlfriend.
You'll find none of this nonsense at one of our sponsors, Mediterraneo.
I wonder if that pizza had a hard salami on it.
Number 5, caution. Vomiting your life online may cause multiple personality disorder.
God.
You know who you are.
They know who they are.
That's true.
Use the proper pronouns.
Number 4, beware. While shopping at Goodwill, gnomes have been spotted escaping from your cart.
I gotta tell you, that story is a lot more interesting when a gnome stole the cart. But
right. We can control the narrative. Say that's what it was.
Yeah.
Number 3, red alert. Having packages delivered from Amazon will result in a 1 in 10 chance of actually receiving your package.
That's okay.
Get video doorbells, people. They're cheap. I'll help you install them.
Yeah, but Randy, you're just self-monitoring. You're building the Big Brother. We went through this.
Okay.
I know.
I'm good with that.
Live free or die, baby.
Number 2, warning. Smiling in your mugshot will be considered an automatic confirmation of guilt. She owned it.
And a high five by Sherry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you guys ready? Number 1, for immediate release.
Okay.
For immediate release, fucking a woman and then referring to her as your babysitter
in front of your wife
will result in a busted TV.
Oh my God. That's a good number 1. And I'll take note of that.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry.
Okay. So we're going to do one more before the year's out. And then we're going to take don't worry. We're back next week.
It's a hiatus.
We're back next week. It's not even a hiatus. It's a vacation.
Yeah. You know what? We deserve it.
Yeah. So we won't be here the day after Christmas.
We will be on the beaches at Carroll Worldwide Resort.
Or New Year's Day.
Right.
So we'll be fresh, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Maybe we should reconsider this whole morning thing, Sherry.
And then, no, you know what? That's fine. I'm a little more angry in the morning, which I think actually makes for better podcasting.
Randy keeps shaking his head, yes.
And then we're going to have new space in the new year.
Right.
We're going to actually have headquarters.
Yes.
Well, yeah. We're not going to share
Exciting.
headquarters with, ragtag business.
Right.
It's exciting. We're moving up in the world.
Okay. All right. That's it.
All right, Wheezy.
I'm Dennis Twig.
Not Randy Goldstein.
I'm Sherry Oswald Joseph.
You didn't say see ya.
See ya.